Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. This is not a sub for sub network. We are focused on genuine, true friendships and connections, people who are going to come back, give you views, give you likes, give you comments, and all the things we need as YouTubers and nurturing relationships over the long term. The way that we do that is we visit a channel one by one in the chat. Everybody's here for the same thing, so don't be shy. Reach out to anybody. And you visit a channel one by one, like Rosa Johansson here. Watch a short video in full. It must be at least a minute long. And the reason why is because you don't want to get caught by the YouTube algorithm and have your connection released afterwards because you didn't watch a video that was long enough. So let's say a minute or longer. You must watch the video in full, leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video, and that should be at least a couple of sentences long. And the reason why, you don't want to get caught by the spam filters and then again have your connection released. One of the saddest things is to pick up 10 or 20 new family members here and then the next day find that half of them are gone. That comes from working too fast and not following the procedure. But that's okay. Once you're done watching a video in full, leaving a meaningful comment, you give the creator a thumbs up always, and then you subscribe to them if you enjoyed their content. And then you come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So we always follow YouTube terms of service and the guidelines. And hopefully you're going to find yourself some real quality connections. As I describe channels that we talk about today, you'll understand there are people who are coming back and back, aggressively growing their channels, supporting each other, watching videos, commenting, giving thumbs up, and all the things that we need. If you have the opportunity to share us out in any way, we'll appreciate it, whether it's on your community tab or Twitter, Facebook, or anywhere else, so we can get more people in here and maximize the impact that we have for everybody. My name is Kevin K. If you'd like to connect with me personally, I will leave messages in the chat occasionally from my personal account. In the meantime, I just welcome a few people. I know JD Knight, unfortunately, wasn't here, but was able to share us out as he always does. Beautiful E-Vlogs was early. Rings of Wrath Gaming is here almost every day. King Tash Family Vlogs is back, and Vern's Junk Closet will hopefully be with us soon. Ransom YT is always with us, and I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And then we have It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey. MJ and J Family Mukbangs is here. Kristen Welton, my love. And Kira, my BFF forever, will be here soon, I'm sure. Stream Elements is running. That's my favorite bot that leaves messages in the chat to let you know the other ways you can connect with us, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and more. Everyday Life with Kelly Girls is our featured channel for tomorrow, so I'm happy to see you here today. Eat with C is back. Thank you. John Spizza, you did hit the 200 yesterday, so that's fantastic. And John actually visited us last night on our personal channels to celebrate Kristen's birthday. So I really appreciate that extra effort that you went to support us. And then Helping the Vision is in the house again. Thank you. Sexy Too Much for You Coleman is back. Thank you. It's always nice to see you. FIFA World and Other Gaming is a great supporter of us and always here in the building, as is Georgia Bulldogs. Kay Renee is back again. So we've got a lot of familiar faces in the house. Average Joe PT is here. And I don't want to skip over anybody. Vern, thank you for sharing us out. Vern is very generous and extremely knowledgeable. She is a very dear connection to me and somebody that I speak highly of often, somebody that you're all going to want to be connected to. She is very much responsible for the rapid launch of my personal growth over the last 5 months on YouTube and inspirational in the creation of what we're doing here at Tuber Chat. So again, that's Vern's Junk Closet, and she is with us. Rants with Rogers. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to be in one of your live streams over the last little while. I find myself crunched for time. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a professional channel manager. I run many channels for many different people, but now with Tuber Chat, we're streaming 4 times a week. On my personal channel, I try to stream at least once a week, try to drop videos, but I work outdoors 3 days a week as well. and that keeps me kind of away from the computer. So I support as much as I can, as most of us do. As we get bigger and our channels grow and we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as you might like. But I do as much as I can, just as I'm sure you all do as well, so that we can get back and give each other all the things that we need. But Rants with Rogers, I always have a good time in his live streams. He does a variety of different things, but has an extremely dynamic personality. And I really look forward to the next time I can hang with you on a live stream. Let's talk about it with Anita is back in the house. So thank you very much. She was partially responsible, as was It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, and the McRae Kings yesterday for my first official raid, which I appreciated. So thank you for that. And then I'm going to think about spinning our wheel and getting some more channels up on the screen. So I will remind you, anybody that you see in blue is a moderator. They are here for you even more so than they are for me. And they are people that you are going to want to be connected with, very knowledgeable in all the things that we're doing here as well. For instance, It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey also does live streams where he allows people to connect with each other the way we do here, and actually encourages it. Kristen Welton, my love, is also one of our moderators and somebody who's very aggressively working on her own channel. So we'll have a look at hers right now. Oh, Rants with Rogers, thanks for sharing. I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you, Ransom YT. I remember yesterday you were saying that you're kind of focused more on Twitch, and that's fine. So, yeah, hopefully you can maximize your impact on both platforms. I know they're very different, but we've got a community that's very supportive here. And whatever it is that you choose to do on YouTube, I'm sure you've got a lot of people here who are going to be behind you. So as you build your Twitch presence, perhaps YouTube can be a secondary foundation to that. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming in. Forgive me if I've missed any messages in the chat. I've kind of raced my way through it again. And then Mr. Joshi, thank you for connecting with both of us. I know you're talking to Kristen there, but I appreciate you connecting with me as well. Tuber Chat has Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and more, so you can connect with us there as well. If you want to connect with me personally, I also have Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you wanted to make arrangements like collaborations or swapping playlists or things like that, Mr. Joshi is going to be in our hometown of Niagara Falls, Canada tomorrow, and hopefully we're going to see some good activity from you. So I don't know whether you intend on streaming or vlogging or just filming to do a documentary type thing, but I'm really anxious to see what you're going to come up with. And if there's any luck, I'm going to be able to come and interfere with your filming tomorrow at some point in the afternoon. So we'll keep in touch, and everybody's got something to look forward to from Mr. Joshi. Hopefully we can make a quick collab happen tomorrow. The McRae Kings, thanks for coming in. Eat with C. Also, thank you. I hope I haven't skipped over or missed anybody. Jaden So's in the house again. And hopefully everybody's having a good time already connecting with each other. FIFA World and Other Gaming brings us nothing but love from NYC. I know that already. Yo, it's your boy Leo's in the house as well. So it's great to see some familiar faces. I hope everybody's not being shy. We're all here for the same thing. So please make sure you're connecting with each other. Everybody is willing to connect. And then if you are willing to run playlists for people, that's a simple collaboration that you can do where you run a playlist for them, they run a playlist for you, and you can really stack your hours up that way. So simply just leave a message right here in the chat that says you're willing to run playlists for people, and people will start reaching out to you to make those arrangements with you. If you'd like to do that with me personally, again, Kevin K, I'm easy to find. Just reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll be happy to make arrangements. I run playlists for people all day, every day. For the thank you again for the shares, everybody who shared us out. This is MJ&J Family Mukbangs, who is another wonderful supporter for us here. And this is somebody who has the featured channels collaboration going on. What that is it's a great way that you can feature channels. What you're basically doing is telling your community as well as the YouTube algorithms that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when those channels, some of them feature you back, they are also telling their following and the YouTube algorithm that you are worthy of being featured by them. So it's a wonderful collaboration, and you can imagine the impact that that has. So it's something that I hope everybody can get involved with as you start building relationships and meeting people. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, it's great to see you back. Thank you very much. I'm hoping to hang out with Average Joe PT on his live streams as well, because he's informative but fun at the same time, and I always have a good time hanging out on his place too. I do as much as I can to hang out on people's live streams. Wanston, it's me, Wanston, yes, honey. Live streams every morning. I try to be there as often as I can. MJ&J Family Mukbangs is also in the morning. Anita is also in the morning. Yo, it's your boy Leo. I've only been able to hang out on one live stream so far, I think. But Yo, it's your boy Leo is also very active with live streaming. So hopefully everybody will be able to hang out with him a little bit as well. You got your computer back, so you spend a lot of time on your Twitch dashboard, Ransom YT says, so that's great. I've got a lot to learn when it comes to Twitch. I'm familiar with it, but I'm not very active. I'm just going to get a few more channels on the wheel here, and then I will spin. And don't worry if I've skipped over you or missed you just for the moment. I will get around to everybody. As long as you're here with us for a little while, I will put your name on the wheel. And then as long as you're still here when I spin the wheel, you'll get up on the screen as well. Ransom YT, yes. Oh, you're already on there. Yes, and John Spizzo for now. And I'll add a few more in a second. I just want to spin it so we can get on to our next channel. So, FIFA World and Other Gaming. Let's get you up on the screen and see what you have got going on for us today. Made a mistake there. This wheel that I use is from wheelofnames.com. It's free, and the guy just runs ads here. But you can, the way I use it, I'm just whipping it up like this so we can see the list and see the wheel. But it's a wonderful thing. I like when developers make things available for people, either at very low cost or free like this. It's wonderful because the ads can pay. We all know what that's like from AdSense on our YouTube channels. Same thing works on websites. These guys can set up websites that have functionality like this, allow other people to use it, and then the ads, the bigger companies pay them through the AdSense, which is fantastic. Cakes, Coffee, and Convo, it's good to see you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. I hope I haven't missed anybody. As long as you're still active in the chat, I will eventually mention you or talk about you. D Turner Gaming is here almost all the time. Lewington Gaming is here also, so thank you both for coming in. Got a handful of gaming channels, but that's very cool. I did a tablet review. Kristen gave me a tablet a while back. It's a Huawei MediaPad T5, and it's actually my best performing video. And the review prompted a lot of questions, and some of the people have asked about gaming, whether the tablet can handle gaming. So I got so many questions, I intend to do a second video actually of questions and answers. And one of the things I'll do is play a little bit of Call of Duty and play a little bit of Fortnite and see what else I can get on there just to see how the performance is. But while I'm not a gamer, if you want to say that, I do always have some kind of a gaming system around. Enjoy a lot of Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. So the wheel, G Free, which it's good to see you, by the way, so forgive me for not welcoming you, but thank you for asking. The wheel is basically you're just putting a name in there, like I did with all these here. And then what happens is I just click the wheel, which you'll see in a moment, and it spins. And then there's the little triangle here on the side. It picks a channel for me, and then I put that channel up on the screen. So what I found in the first month of running Tuber Chat, occasionally we have channels that come in, and if you can imagine, like, you know, it's not for everybody, right? If somebody's not familiar with it, or if somebody doesn't like what they see when they first arrive, they might take off right away. So they'll come in, leave a message, and leave, and this and that. So in the beginning, when it was a little bit smaller and slower, I was featuring every single channel that came through on the screen. And that was fine because I wanted to condition everybody's mind to know that this is what we do and this is what Tuber Chat is going to be about. Now that we're bigger, and I don't mean to say it that way, but now that it's more popular and we've got more people in the chat, it's busier. That's what I meant to say, busier. It's a little bit too much. I would be here for 6 to 8 hours probably featuring all the channels that come through. So what I want to do is focus on the channels who are spending the most time, who are really aggressively growing their channels, connecting with people the right way, and things like that. So basically what I do now is, as long as people have been here for a little while, and I usually say something like, 15, 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour when it gets too busy, then what I say is, once you've been here that long, I put your name on the wheel. And then I spin the wheel, and if you're still here when your name comes up, then I put your channel on the screen. And like I said, it's just so that I'm focusing on, did I not just put MJ&J Family Mukbangs up? I did. All right, we'll spin again. Yeah, like I said, just as long as you're still here when your name comes up, then I put you up on the screen so that we can have a look at your channel and I can talk a little bit about it. In 10 all day. Good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. Beautiful e-vlogs. I think I mentioned you earlier, but it's good to see you still here. Mr. Joshi is in the house. And I don't think I've missed anybody. If I have, just please forgive me. I'll catch up in a moment. It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey, I was just talking about they live stream every morning, and are connected to a lot of channels that we have talked about already today. So Cooking with Q and More is one of our mods, and somebody I speak about all the time. The McRae Kings and Yo, it's your boy Leo and Skin Fans All Day are channels that are in here regularly. And then, of course, he's featured Tuber Chat on the front page. If you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page and I don't know about it, please let me know, so that I can return the favor, because we absolutely do that. It's a wonderful collaboration you can do with other channels. And we want to make sure that we're maximizing the impact for everybody. So if you've done that, we'd love to be able to return the favor. It's good to see people making arrangement to swap playlists as well. I'm always happy to see that. What I wish for everybody is to maximize your impact, both while you're here, while we're live streaming, and when we're finished. So the rest of the time, we have other things available like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit. We have a subreddit, and we've got a thread there for those of you who use Reddit and know it's free, first of all. Anybody can post their videos in our subreddit. As well, we have a thread now for swapping playlists to hopefully make it easy for everybody. All of our moderators are willing to run playlists for people, including myself, and I'll leave another message in the chat here in case you'd like to connect with me personally. And then, yes, thank you for reminding people, Marriage of Marijuana. Thanks for mentioning to everybody to thumbs up on the way in. Sometimes we forget, because if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off, hit the like, and turn the chat back on. It only takes 1 second. You don't lose your place or anything. But now that I've been using the phone for some live streams, I see that we have to remind ourselves often. So let's move on to our next channel, and then I'll think about adding some more names to the wheel in a second. Everyday Life with Kelly Girls is a channel we're going to look at tomorrow. It'll be our featured channel. For those of you who have followed us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or check out our community tab and see the background that I use with my green screen here, you'll see this is how we like to feature channels. Everyday Life with Kelly Girls has been back again and again and again, has spent a lot of time with us, and is aggressively working on their channel, focused on meeting quality connections, of course. So I'll remind everybody the way that we do that is you just visit a channel one by one, take your time, watch a short video in full. It must be at least a minute long. And then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. And once you've done that, you give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them, and then come back into our chat and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. When you see me here with a lot of videos with these red lines, what it likely means is that I have either run a playlist, or like a lot of times you'll see me use the watch later list for new channels that have come into Tuber Chat. And then I may run the watch later list and then go back and comment and like all the videos. Or if you have run a playlist and you go back to see that you've done it, the red lines are not from not watching the whole video. The red lines are from commenting and leaving quickly again afterwards and stuff like that. Nenya Chica. I wonder if I can ask Kristen to grab the link for Nenya Chica, and we'll drop it for we'll see what we'll see if we can make it a little bit easier for G-Free and everybody to connect with Nenya Chica. I was in her live stream not too long ago. So you said you tried going live today, but it didn't come out clear and is hanging too. Do you mean like the computer is crashing or something like that? What could be the cause? So you'll have to forgive me, because while I was in your live stream, I was in for a couple of minutes to watch, like to hear what you had to say. And I appreciate you welcoming me in and this and that. But I was setting up for today's live stream, so I had you running, but I was listening in the background while I was working on other things. So it's not like I was sitting there quite watching with my undivided attention for 15 minutes. So I didn't see what the trouble was. But often when we're live streaming, you can have trouble if you're using a Wi-Fi connection instead of plugging in if you're on a phone. If you're on a computer. If you're on a phone, it's a bit of a different story. But again, that comes down to the quality of the connection. So did I not just put It's Me Once Then Yes Honey up on the screen? I think that I did, right? Yes, of course I did. So I keep forgetting to take these things out. Let's spin the wheel again. And then I'll come back. So Nenya Chica, yeah, maybe it just comes down to the connection. So let's talk about it with Anita up on the screen for a second. Quality of connection is always something. I did an outdoors live stream last week in Niagara Falls, probably similar to something we're going to see from Mr. Joshi tomorrow. And the connection, because we're on mobile, is not the most fantastic sometimes. So that can affect it. The good news is, with all of us being on YouTube and running our channels now, over time, as things improve, and eventually when we get to 5G and stuff like that, all the problems that we have right now with connections and live streaming and stuff like that are going to improve. So Nails by Nicole, thanks for coming in again. Oh, Mr. Joshi, thanks for reminding everybody to share. Yes, please, if you can, share us out. So yeah, Mr. Joshy, if you know what you plan to do tomorrow while you're here in Niagara Falls, do me a favor, just leave a message in the chat right now. I had to put my phone down, so I haven't been back on to continue our conversation, but might as well just let everybody know what you're up to. Whether you plan to vlog or live stream, or if you're just going to do a little bit of filming while you enjoy yourself. I'm just curious to see what you'll come up with. The other thing too is when we live stream, sometimes you have these connection problems and this and that, or it seems like it. But when you go back and watch the replay later, you find out that it's fine. So connections can be a problem both on the side of the streamer or on the side of the viewer. A lot of times you'll have people like viewers watching your live stream and they'll say, you're buffering right now. Well, that's not the case. It's actually their connection sometimes. So it's a half and half, but you can go back, watch your replay of your live stream, and then you'll see if there was any trouble. So Mr. Joshy is going to be in Niagara Falls tomorrow. And the reason why I keep mentioning this is just because I'm in Niagara Falls. We're hoping that we can meet up and collab for a second. But Mr. Joshy is going to be here, a bit of filming, make a few videos out of it, which is a great idea. Yeah, if you're doing anything, it's not touristy because Mr. Joshy's from close enough around here, can't really be considered a tourist. But when you're doing anything like that, when you're visiting somewhere and you can film, like, you know, a lot of footage in a day, it might be an idea to chop up your video into lots of 10-minute segments. Why wouldn't you? But you got to do what's right for your channel. So I'm happy to know that you're going to do a bit of that. And then Mr. Joshy also says a cinematic video and then a walk around video, which is cool. So walk around, I wonder if that means vlogging or if you mean that you will just film with the camera away from you, like the other way and this and that. So hopefully we'll have a chance to hook up. I can run over there because I'm so close. And then, you know, Kristen and Kira will probably come with me, but we can do a, if nothing else, we can get, you know, look who I ran into in Niagara Falls kind of thing. And it works for both of us. So thank you to everybody else who's sharing us out. I really appreciate it. Kay Renee shared us out, and Kay Renee is right here. She's been back again and again and does a fantastic job with her channel. She's got the featured channel collaborations going on. She's got her front page set up really well. But she's somebody I also know is willing to run playlists and make collaboration arrangements with people. Nails by Nicole, I hope I welcomed you. I meant to. I saw you in here already for a little while. Cake, Coffee, and Combo is still here. That's great. Baking with Charlene, thank you for coming in. Skins fan all day. Thanks for reminding everybody to smash that like button. Spiky Bruiser, good to see you in here and already connecting with everybody. That's great. Hopefully everybody's having a good time with it and having some fun, meeting some quality connections. We talk about this stuff all the time. I'm going to add a few more channels to the wheel now. Let's get Mr. Joshy up here because you've been with us for quite a while today. Georgia Bulldogs can come up. Hopefully we're going to, I'll show everybody how to get to your channel. And that'll continue to improve as time goes on, like I keep saying for you. Beautiful E-Vlogs is with us always for quite a while, so I appreciate that. You'll let your boy Leo can get up here. Wonder's Life of Wonder. And we'll put up G-Free. D-Turner Gaming for now. Spin the wheel, and then we'll think about adding some more in a little while. Basically, the way that I do this is as long as you're here for quite a while, connecting with people and all that good stuff, then I add your name to the wheel. And I'll show you how I go about doing that. For those of you who live stream and would like to know. So Mr. Joshy, yeah, and as well, when you're here, we can talk. I don't want to take up too much of your time while you're visiting. but we'll if we can hook up, we'll talk and see what else is possible for us to collab, knowing that you're close. Collaborations are a great way for creators to expand their audience. If you can imagine, you know, I have a couple of channels, but Mr. Joshi also has his own. So by doing some kind of a collaboration with another creator, you're exposing that creator to your audience and helping them. And it works both ways. So it's a great thing, and collaborating is great anytime you can. For those of you who live stream, you see the messages that come through the chat from Stream Elements that I use. It's my favorite one to use with message timers, so that I don't have to remind everybody to follow us on Instagram or Twitter and stuff like that. It's already there. And then as well, there's a lot of these bots that have stats. So there's Streamlabs, there's Nightbot, Bottissimo is the one I'm going to show you right now, and Stream Elements is the one I use for timers. Bottissimo has a wonderful stat system, and what it does is it lets you know how long everybody has been in the chat, how active they are, and it's basically just a computerized version of if you were to sit here in the chat and write down everything that happens, who comes in and how long they stay and stuff like that. So very simple, but it lays it out. And then what I'm able to do is just sit here and refresh my page, and it shows me who's been here the longest, who's been the most active, and this is how I decide to run, put channels on the wheel. So Ransom YT has a good idea there. He says he uses a wheel like this, if I understand right. If you tag him saying playlist, he will put you on the wheel. And then he spins, and whoever it lands on, he watches their playlist. That's very cool. That's a cool way of doing it. And then we're also looking into other ways to help people maximize their impact when it comes to watching playlists for each other and this and that. Right now, like I keep saying, we have a subreddit, and that allows anybody to post their videos in our subreddit for free. It only takes 2 seconds, very easy. And we have a thread now for people to swap playlists and make those arrangements with each other. So hopefully for those of you who use Reddit, you'll take advantage. And then if you haven't used Reddit yet, then I hope you will consider it. Because first of all, it's free. It's just another social network. But I found a lot of quality connections through Reddit. Often what I'll do is I'll go on there for half an hour a week and just seek out people who are looking for. I thought we already connected on Tuber Chat here. So forgive me, Mr. Joshi, but Tuber Chat is not connected. So what I'm going to do is take one of your videos. Yeah, maybe, did I forget to do it yesterday or something while I was talking? I'm just going to take your latest video, add it into the watch later list, and then after the live stream today, I'll go through the watch later list. I'll watch that video in full, and then I will leave you a meaningful comment related to this Flower Pot Island Tobermory video, and I will make sure it's at least a couple of sentences long. I'll give you a thumbs up and I'll subscribe, and then we'll make sure that that connection sticks. I like your Toronto skyline in the background there. It's Fifi777. Thanks for coming in. You were we were hanging out with you on one of your live streams last night, and that was cool. I'm sorry that we had to keep it so short. It was at the end of our day, but it's always nice to see you, especially live streaming. And then see this, Mr. Joshi does quite a bit of, I'm assuming that some of this is travel. I got to really go through your channel and have a better look. I looked quickly on, I think, my phone yesterday, Canada's Wonderland. Unfortunately, we won't be filming there for a while, but it's great that you've got that already. I watched your Canada Day fireworks video last night. I must have done this on my personal channel because I wonder why we're not connected, but that's okay. Maybe that's the thing. I'm logged in sometimes to the wrong account. I make just as many mistakes as anybody else. And then Patty Moore Show, the insider tip is very helpful. I forget, I already forget what you might be mentioning, but I'm hoping that I can be helpful in some way. While we're here, um, one of the things that I'd like to do is be able to share my knowledge. Now, I learn from creators of all sizes every day. There are new things coming out. There's new ideas that people have. Ransom YT just gave us one for live streaming just moments ago. As well, I am a professional channel manager. I run many channels for many other people, and I have well over a couple million views and this and that. But like I said, I learn every day from creators of all sizes. I like to do a lot of experimenting, tell you what I learned. And it's not because I want to tell you what to do. It's because I want you to take what I give you as experience, add it to the other information you already know and the other things you learn, and then make the right decisions for your channel. So if there's something else that that anybody would like to know or something I can help with, I certainly would love to. And sometimes we get into a little bit of technical detail here as well, and I'm always happy to do that. Usually at the end of the live stream, we get into talking about how to make playlists or how to put the featured channels on the front of the screen. Now, G-Free is somebody who frequently shares for other people, and G-Free is added into we have a Twitter list, and that is for people who, I say YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. So it's called Tuber Chat Stars, and it's on our Tuber Chat Twitter account. You'll find it there. G-Free is included in there because she's shared us out on Twitter as a minimum. And what we'd like to do is be able, at the very least, to return favors when it comes to the things that you do to help us expose Tuber Chat out there. But as well, if there's things that you've done, if you've shared us and I don't know, I'd love it if you'd let me know. Just you don't have to be shy. Just let me know, because I'd like to return the favor, and I'd like to recognize creators that are willing to do for others more than they expect. And the reason why is because when newcomers come through Tuber Chat, I want to be able to send them to the right people. We will eventually do featured creator videos, like shout out videos. We've got different ways of featuring people already. I plan to expand on that. And if you'd like to be considered as a featured creator, then hopefully you'll sign up at the email list at tuberchat.com. When I talk about mistakes, you'll see I already, from yesterday, haven't been back through my Stream Elements to fix that message. Stream Elements is one of those bots that just leaves messages so that I don't have to remind everybody, and so it drops our links to make the job on the moderators much easier. So I've got to fix that. As you see, my message is a little bit long. I'm just writing a note for myself, which I probably did yesterday and then skipped over, but that's all right. And then Kiki Soul Fitness, thanks for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. Let's get another channel up here. But I'm always happy to see G-Free, and you see she's got her links up here, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So that's great. D Turner Gaming is somebody who's been back again and again and again, and was introduced to me through the Hoops Family Network. Somebody who comes back here often and is aggressively growing their channel, well over 900 now, on their way towards the 1,000 that I'm sure is on everybody's mind. So D Turner Gaming also has the links all set up here, which is a great thing. They also show up on your About page for those of you who haven't done it yet. It gives people a way to find you where you want to be found while they're away from your channel. And then also has the featured channels collaboration going on with many different people, including, like I said, the Hoops Family Network, and then Tuber Chat is on there. If you have featured us on your front page and I don't know about it, please let me know so I can return the favor, because we absolutely do that. You'll find D Turner Gaming among a lot of different channels on our front page as well. It's Fifi777. Thanks for sharing on Twitter. So I'm going to go and eventually, after this live stream, when I get around to having a look at our Twitter and cleaning up a little bit, I'm going to make sure you get added into our Twitter list of YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. And it's called Tuber Chat Stars. And I make that public. And the reason why is because when other YouTubers are looking for people who will do for them and who will help them grow, I have now a list called Tuber Chat Stars, which HB Fifi777 will be added to, that can let them know these are quality connections, people who are willing to do, and then people can make their own collaborations out of Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and other places as well. We always want to be giving people as much good information as we can so that everybody can maximize their impact and grow their channels, both when they're here with us and when we're not live streaming. So let's move on to our next channel, and pretty soon I'll look at adding some more channels to the list. So we're going to get Yo, it's your boy Leo up here. This is another channel I have been introduced to, of course, through It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, somebody who supports us and continuously comes back again and again and again. There's me, it's Me Wanston, Yes Honey on the top right there. Other channels we've seen, Donna Gary is here, DJ Storms is here, Lady C Queen Foodie is here. These are regulars here at Tuber Chat as well. So I always appreciate everybody spreading the word and helping people find us. And it's good to see everybody connecting with each other. Average Joe PT. Let's just get you up on the wheel right now, and then I will get some more. I'd love to know your thoughts. You know, maybe sometime we can have a conversation, Average Joe, about your experience now that you've been here long enough, what you're actually getting for quality connections and whatnot. Hopefully you've got some new friends and family members. Let's get Meals by Nicole up here. Kira Welton. Did I put Nenya Chica up there already? Or was it, no, I was just talking about you, but I didn't, you haven't been up on the wheel yet. Beautiful E-Vlogs is there. Skins Fan all day. And like I said, the way that I do this is just once you've been here a while and you're very active, and I know you're meeting people and expanding your family and all that stuff, you get added to the wheel. When I spin the wheel, as long as you're still here, then I put your channel up on the screen. Pardon me for 1 second here. So just so we know, like Kristen obviously is here with me. She's just mentioning that she's going to drop the link for Georgia Bulldogs so that everybody can find their channel easily. Georgia Bulldogs has been here again and again and again. And unfortunately, it's just like at the beginning of starting their channel. So not coming up high in the search results just yet. They will be as time goes on and as you stay active on YouTube, and as your channel grows, you come up higher and higher in the search results. It happens to everybody. And eventually it'll be much easier for everybody to find your channel. But for now, Kristen will drop the link for Georgia Bulldogs occasionally. This is Nails by Nicole. This is somebody who's been back with us again and again, who's been connected to me personally for a long time. And with our, I did a experiment before we started Tuber Chat on my personal channel to see what I could come up with for an idea to gain watch time for everybody with some communal playlists. Nails by Nicole was there, and this is what drew me to that channel. And then also has been here with Tuber Chat since the beginning. So Nails by Nicole is our first official moderator. You know, Kristen Welton, Kira Welton, our moderators, they are with me. Kristen's my girlfriend, Kira's her daughter. They're with me all the time. We have a couple of others, which is the Hoops Family Network and Cooking with Q and More, who I've also known for getting on 5-6 months now. But Nails by Nicole is our first official moderator, and somebody that you're definitely going to want to be connected to, because she's a dedicated and loyal supporter, and very interested not only in growing her own channel, but in helping others grow their channels as well. Mr. Joshi, yeah. So what I did on my channel, my personal channel, I ran a program called Playlist Buddies, and I did it for 9 episodes. It was live streams, similar to what we're doing here. And everybody could connect with each other and this and that. It was kind of a test for Tuber Chat as well. And the idea was that every single person who comes into the live stream gets one video between 10 and 15 minutes long, added into a playlist, just to keep it somewhat fair, right? And then what happens is everybody agrees to just run that playlist. The very unfortunate part is I found that only 20 to 30% of people were actually running the playlist after, probably closer to 20%. And the trouble with that is you want a system that's honest. I really don't like the idea sometimes when we make playlist arrangements to swap with each other, we often ask for proof. So we say, okay, run my playlist and send me the screenshots to show me that you watched it with the red lines and everything, and then I'll run your playlist. And while that seems to be the only way to actually be able to get that done, at first I was hoping to find a way around it. So if I go to Georgia Bulldogs and I go to channel and I scroll down, there we are. So it takes a little while, but it's coming up better than it did a few days ago when we started this. So Georgia Bulldogs, you just got to match the icon. When you look on the in the chat at Georgia Bulldogs icon, you can search, you come down here, and then the one with the actual bulldog here is the right one. You can match that. So it's coming up a little bit better, like I said, than it did a few days ago or last week. And it will continue to get better and better, I'm sure. So anyway, like I was saying, Mr. Joshi, that idea of the playlist buddies, as much as I loved it and I really wanted it to work, the unfortunate part, like I said, is that the percentage of people who are actually watching the playlist afterwards, even though they were added to it, was minimal. And then so we're going to have to think about, I've been thinking about a better way. One of the things we think about doing here is making communal playlists like that again, and I'll just number them. So perhaps what we'll do, and it's not, I'm not saying we're doing it, I'm saying this is the thought right now before we decide to do it, is you watch playlist number 1, and then you send in the proof to whoever's in charge of it. We'll get somebody to look after it, just one person. And then they will, after they've got the screenshot or the video showing that you've watched it, they will add one of your videos, let's say between 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes long, to the playlist. We'll limit it to about 40 or 50 so it doesn't get too far. And then once you watch playlist number 1, you get added to playlist number 2. Once you've watched playlist number 2, you get added to playlist number 3. So you're only getting your 10 or 15 minutes of watch time on each playlist, but we're hopefully getting 40 or 50 people to run it. So it's not just about the watch time, it's about the views as well, because who wouldn't like an extra 40 or 50 views on every video? So we're thinking about it. We'll see. Mr. Fulton Mraz has arrived in the building, and he has shared us out for 10,000 times today. Mr. Fulton Mraz is somebody who's extremely supportive of us here at Tuber Chat, and not to mention yesterday for Kristen's birthday visited us on both live streams, on my personal channel and on Kristen's channel. So I really appreciate the loyalty, the dedication, and the support that you've given us. Not to mention shares us out every single live stream that we do. So I really appreciate that. What sharing does is it helps us get more people in to visit. Now, here's what I'm talking about. So Eat with C and Georgia Bulldogs have the same. Is it Georgia Bulldogs that has the same? Let me look back. I'm going to look back and come back here. Yes, Georgia Bulldogs and Eat with C has the same banner. And it makes me wonder, do you have a network of sites going on, a network of channels, or is it just coincidence because that's a very popular skyline? Because I've seen that on I don't know how many channels already. Not that it matters. Doesn't matter. I'm just curious. Yeah, Mr. Joshi, absolutely. We can talk about it tomorrow if you'd like to. I'm always interested in everybody's thoughts. So if anybody wants to reach out to me personally, my name's Kevin K. And so I'll drop messages in the chat from time to time so you can connect with my personal channel if you'd like to. But as well, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, as is TuberChat. So we have separate accounts. TuberChat has all its own stuff. It's still me for now, looking after everything until things get a little bit busier and we have to get a little bit of help going on. But if you want to connect with me personally, also Kevin K. I'm easy to find on all the social networks. And then I'd love to know your thoughts about what's happening here at TuberChat. If you're having success, if you're finding quality connections, and what you think of the things you hear me talk about. If you have ideas that you think could help, of course, I'd be more than happy to hear them and appreciative of any feedback at all. Mr. Josh is mentioning to Nanya Chica that you don't have any playlists. So I'll describe basically the way that you want to make a playlist for the arrangement of swapping playlists with each other. You want to make one playlist, and for like Eat with C here, you might call a playlist all of Eat with C or binge watch Eat with C or something like that. And then that playlist should contain all of your videos, your pre-recorded videos, no live streams, and only your videos, no private ones, and no videos from any other creators. That playlist, if you can, you put it on your front page or somewhere easy to find, and that's the playlist you're going to give to people to run for you. And then you can imagine if you have a playlist of 5 or 10 or 20 hours, and you get a lot of people to run that playlist, your hours are really, really going to stack up quickly. Lady C Queen Foodie is willing to run playlists for people as well. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Yeah, if you have a lot of playlists, that helps because some people are limited in their time, and that's understandable. So they might say, look, my playlist is 3 hours. Can I run a 3-hour playlist for you? Like you're talking about, I personally have a lot of playlists on my channel. That's to organize the videos so that if somebody sees something that they like, they can watch more videos of that type. So that's a suggestion everybody can do. But if you have one really long playlist, like I said, of every video that you have, no live streams, and then that's the playlist that you give to people to watch when you make the arrangements to swap playlists. It can really help anyway. And all of our moderators are willing to do it. Other people have mentioned in the chat, Lady C Queen Foodie, MJ&J Family Mukbangs does it. Mr. Joshy's been talking about doing it. So there's lots of people who are willing. And then just reach out. Everybody's free to make their own arrangements. And like I said, we have a Reddit. We have our own subreddit for TuberChat where everybody's free to post their videos. It only takes 2 seconds. And because the community is so small right now, you get a lot of exposure. So hopefully that will be helpful for everybody. And then as well, we have a thread specifically dedicated to playlist buddies so that everybody can swap playlists. And it's really easy for everybody to just message each other the way you might do on a social network like Instagram or Messenger or something like that, where you can take your time, make the arrangements, and hopefully maximize your impact that way. So hopefully everybody's having a good time. I see everybody connecting with each other, and that's great. And I'll just take one more second to remind everybody, in order to get the most out of everything that we're doing with Tuber Chat, hopefully you'll sign up for the email list at tuberchat.com. It's very simple. You just put your email in. It'll send you a confirmation email, and soon I will start sending out regular emails, probably weekly, maybe not even that often, but to let you know everything that we're doing as we're doing it. So as we add new programs and new features to Tuber Chat, we want to help you maximize your impact and continue to grow your channel and continue to nurture your relationships even when we're not live streaming. We do that through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. We'll be adding more social networks as well. So when I describe things like our Playlist Buddies thread on our dedicated subreddit, those are things we've added recently. The Twitter list called Tuber Chat Stars, where we show you some creators who have tweeted or retweeted us. So hopefully you can connect with them and do that for each other as well. We want to be able to introduce you to all these things. So the email list at tuberchat.com is the best way for me to be able to inform you. And then as well, I'm looking for creators to feature right now across all of our social networks. And I'm going to be picking creators out of the email list. Pardon me. Jaden Sa, it's good to see you again. Brown Samba TV. I forget if you've been in a Tuber Chat live stream before or not, so forgive me, but welcome. And I feel like I recognize your name. Maybe you were here once, or maybe I know you from my personal channel, but it's good to have you here. So hopefully you're going to meet some great new connections here. Reach out to everybody in the chat. I hope nobody's being shy, because everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to connect, and we all want to make collaborations and things like that. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. Let's just make sure you're still here. It'll take me a second to refresh, and we'll just double check. The way that this whole thing works is, after you're here for a while, let's say 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that, and you've been connecting with people, I add your name to the Wheel of Doom. And if you're still here when I spin the wheel and your name comes up, then I add you onto the screen. So if Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder comes back, we'll add him in. Let's see if Average Joe PT is here. Average Joe PT. The problem is, like, some people have, everybody's limited in time, and that's okay. But I just want to make sure we're focusing on channels that are here right now. So when I'm talking about, I didn't take Kira Walton off. When I'm talking about your channel, I can, hopefully you're here to hear the couple of things that I have to say, or you can ask me questions if you want to. Let's see if Skins Fan All Day is here. I'll add some more names to the wheel in a minute. John Spizzo. We're running through the whole wheel here. It's okay. We'll get some more names added in a second. Rings of Wrath Gaming comes in and out, so let's see if you're still here right now. No. We will continue to spin until we get somebody who has been here for quite some time. Beautiful E-Vlogs. You must be here. I thought I just saw you. Oh, maybe not. I gotta remember to take these names off. Oh, Rings of Wrath Gaming, you're there. Okay. Let's get Rings of Wrath Gaming up here right now. If I've mentioned somebody that should have been up on the screen and you just happen to be away for a minute, but you're actually still here, then just let me know, please. What happens in a chat, when I refresh my page, the chat usually goes back about 15 minutes. So if you enter a live stream and you weren't there from the beginning, you can only go back in the chat about 15 minutes or so. That's what it seems to be. So the problem is if you haven't said anything in the chat, you might be like running our live stream, and I do appreciate it if you're doing something else, whether it's on your computer or you put your phone down or something. But if you haven't left a message in the chat, I may mistake the idea that you might not be here. And I don't want to do that. So Beautiful Life E-Vlogs. Beautiful E-Vlogs, if you're still here, let me know. And then I will refresh my baptismal list and see if I've got some more people to add here. Kiki Soul Fitness, did I put you on? I don't think we put you on. Let's see if you're still here. Yep. Kiki Soul Fitness, come on the wheel. Open Gaming. Jaden Saw, I know you're here. Coffee and Convo. Keeping with Charlene. Like I said, I'll check if everybody's still here after I spin the wheel. If I spin the wheel and you're still here, then I'll put your channel up. I accidentally spun it. I'll let it go for now. Kiki Soul Fitness will be the next channel, but we'll leave Rings of Wrath Gaming up there for a quick second. Shell Miller, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you coming to visit Tuber Chat. Phil and Prue Explores, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's good to see you coming and visiting Tuber Chat. Hopefully you make some great new connections here. We're very much focused on quality connections and in introducing you to content creators that are going to be truly supportive, loyal, and dedicated, that will come back over hopefully weeks, months, and years to watch your videos, comment, like, and all the other things that we need as YouTubers. As we grow and we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we would all like to. But if everybody does as much as they can for everybody else, then everybody will be fine. We'll all grow together. We're going to see a lot of people get monetized and start to make businesses out of their channels and really grow and make the most and maximize their impact here. So hopefully everybody's having a good time with it. I see a lot of connections happening, a lot of playlist arrangements and things like that. Oh, the Dude Rocks is in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. The Dude Rocks was live streaming right before we started or when we started, and I finally had a chance to hang out long enough. I was kind of in and out, but listening and running and watching while I was working and setting up for today's live stream. But I had a chance to hang out with the Dude Rocks and see what he does, and he's an unbelievably dynamic personality. He's fun to watch. He had some kind things to say about Tuber Chat, so of course I appreciated that. But what he does is, forgive me for simplifying it, but it's almost like a karaoke type experience. So he's got a lot of fun green screens and things like this that he uses, but he plays music and then sings along with the songs, but makes it a lot more fun than the original lyrics of the songs would have been. So forgive me, like I said, for simplifying what you do, but I really enjoyed watching, and I can't wait for the next time that I can dedicate some more time to you and watch watch a little bit longer. I got you up on the wheel right away. I just want to let you know that I appreciate what you were doing for us today, going over and above describing Tuber Chat to your audience. I appreciated it. So Kiki Soul Fitness has just begun, but if you've got 100 subscribers already and only 2 videos, you're doing just fine. So hopefully we're going to see some more from you. Did I come into your, what did I do? Did I come into your live stream, or did I watch one of your videos that had, oh, it was on the watch later list. That's why, because you were probably here yesterday. That's what I'm thinking of. and I watched this video here. So that's what I did. I wondered because I saw it. It was you were working out on the driveway. Started with some jumping jacks and this and that, but that was interesting. I'm always interested to see all the different things that people are coming out with on their channels. But fitness is something that's a popular niche, but it's always interesting to see the way that, or it's a popular category. It's interesting to see the different niches that creators come into there. So again, hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves and meeting some quality connections here. Don't be shy. Everybody's here for the same thing. We all want to connect. We all want to grow our channels. And then as well, we talk about collaborations and things like that, like swapping playlists with each other. If you've just come in the last half hour or so, and I haven't already mentioned it, if you're willing to swap playlists with other creators for the purpose of gaining watch time, just mention it in the chat here. Just say you're willing to run playlists for people, and then you'll start having other creators reach out to you and make arrangements with you. All of our moderators do it, anybody in blue. And then as well, I do it myself. I'll leave another message in the chat. And you can connect with me personally if you'd like to as well. I'm on Twitter, or I am on Twitter, but I'm on Instagram and Facebook. Those are the best places to reach me if you want to make playlist arrangements with me. I do it all the time. I'm doing it on 2 different devices right now, except one of them is paused. But that's okay. I'll get back to it in a second. And you can imagine if you have a playlist of 5 or 10 or 20 hours or more, and you get a lot of people to run that playlist for you, it can really make your hours stack up quickly. Pardon me. And even if you only have a couple videos like Kiki Soul Fitness here, it is still worth considering making a playlist right away. You add every new video that you do to it, not including live streams. And as the playlist gets bigger, and as you get closer to your 1,000 subscribers, you might find that you've got your hours at the same time as you get your subscribers. What happens to most of us is we get our 1,000 subscribers and we don't have the hours yet. And then you're in a race for hours so that you can finally get monetized. So Tuber Chat has a playlist as well as, of course, I do personally. So if you make arrangements with me, I will be willing to run your playlist at least twice. I actually have many accounts, but if you want, we can make arrangements to run the Tuber Chat playlist as well as my personal stuff. And we have so Yazzie Simone, thanks for coming in again. We have a playlist on the front page of Tuber Chat. So if you want to help us gain watch hours, you can run that, but I'll be happy to return the favor if you want to reach out to me and make arrangements, and I can run your playlist at least a couple of times between the Tuber Chat account and my personal. So let's spin the wheel, see who's coming up next on the screen. Nanya Chica. So I was in her live stream today, like I was saying. And, you know, what I try to do is visit as many creators as I can. I was there while I was just setting up for the live stream today. I'm not mistaken, am I? You were live streaming earlier today? Do you make your live stream? Please tell me I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure you had a... I thought I was in your live stream half an hour before I started today. Do you not make your live streams public afterwards? We were just talking about it. You were saying like that the live stream was hanging and this and that. I just wonder if there's trouble when I do live streaming, whether it's on my channel or any of the other channels that I manage for people. If we have a live stream that has anything that's undesirable that happens, whether it's connection problems or things like that, often we will make the playlist live stream private and then fix it, edit it, and stuff like that. One thing you need to know, if you ever edit a video on YouTube that's already up, whether it's a live stream or a regular video, if you edit it even by 1 second, the entire chat disappears. So one of the things we consider is if we have a live stream, like yesterday, I had a lot of technical problems in the beginning of Kristen's birthday live stream. What I might do is cut that stream, which unfortunately will destroy the original chat, but then I can download and re-up the stream as I can either leave it up with no chat, or I can re-up it as a premiere or another video, and then leave the good parts of it available while taking out all the disaster. So Mr. Jossie's just reminding everybody. So Kristen Welton, who's one of our moderators, but it's my girlfriend. We live together in this and that. It was her birthday yesterday, and I did give her a tablet for her birthday. Not nearly as nice as the one that she gave me for my birthday not too long ago, but I gave her a couple things yesterday. But gave her a tablet for the purpose, it's for her, but I know she's going to use it to run playlists for people. This is what we do all day. We have, luckily, several devices. We both have tablets. We both have phones. Kira as well has an iPad and a phone. And we run playlists all day, every day for people. So I knew that she'd want to do that. So what Mr. Joshi is talking about is this tablet. And then she'll have a couple of videos coming up because she will do a review of the tablet. And she also got a gimbal for her birthday, so she'll do a review of the gimbal as well. But that tablet, you can bet, will be used to run playlists for people. What we're trying to do right now is discover. I'm trying to make sure I can run playlists in dual windows. You know, when you do split screen, it can be done on a tablet, and we're trying to do it with VPNs so that we can run multiple playlists at a time. So as it gets busier and busier, we want to make sure that we're helping as many people as we can, as much as we can. So let me spin the wheel one more time, and then we're going to get into adding some more names to the wheel. Rich Fireboy 10, thanks for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you sooner. I know you've been here for a few minutes already. Oh, we gotta watch that video, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Mr. Fulton Mraz is somebody who, let's get your channel. I'm gonna, okay, let me be fair. I just spun the wheel. So let's put Jaden Saw up here. Right after this, we're gonna look at Mr. Fulton Mraz's channel. So what happens, Mr. Joshi, when you're running playlists? This is my understanding. Well, unless we could get to somebody who actually works at YouTube, and I don't even know if I, trust everything I hear all the time anyway. The word on the street is that you can only run a playlist one time and have it count hours within 2 months. So, when we think about, can we run our own playlist? Can we run somebody's playlist 3 times or just leave it on loop? My understanding is that doesn't work. YouTube they don't want sub for sub, and they don't want people racking up their hours or doing the other things that we all, know that some people are doing to try to move faster, because they need to be authentic to their advertisers, right? Otherwise, the advertising all falls apart and then nobody makes any money. So my understanding, what we do as a general practice, Kristen and I keep schedules. And we run playlists for people, and then we mark out the date that we ran that playlist. The basic rule is this: when you run a playlist for somebody, and then you go back and you look at that playlist again, you will see a bunch of red progress bars under that playlist, under every video in that playlist. That tells you that you've run the video. If you look at a playlist and there are red lines, you can't run it again and get credit for it, because YouTube already knows that you've run it. You can't cheat by clearing your cookies and all that other stuff. I don't recommend any of that. I'm going to tell you guys a horrible story in 2 seconds related to this kind of activity. So the bet is, if you want, keep a little schedule, and when you run a playlist for somebody, mark the date. After about a month, you can go back and have a look. If the red lines are still there, you don't run it again. Okay, King is best. Welcome. What we do here is not a sub for sub network. It's much different. So we don't ask for people to support us here. Okay, we're I've timed you out for a few seconds so I can explain to you how things work here, and then you can decide if Tuber Chat is something for you. What we do is we focus on quality connections here. It's not sub for sub, and we have a process for putting channels on the screen. What we do is we visit each other one by one. We take our time. We watch a short video in full from each creator. It must be at least a minute long. Then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. And then that should be at least a couple of sentences long. And then you give the creator a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed their content, then you subscribe to them. And then you come back into our chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for you. So we take our time, and we're really focused on quality connections here. We want to introduce you to creators who are going to come back and watch your videos over the coming days, weeks, and months, hopefully years, and give you comments and thumbs up and a lot of views and the kind of things we all need as YouTubers. But what we don't do is we don't ask for support. We don't say, please support me, please promote me, and things like that. That is considered spam and against the YouTube terms of service. Self-promotion of any kind is against the guidelines, and we don't want you getting in trouble or caught by the spam filters. So hopefully that's okay, and you'll come back in and start introducing yourself to some people, and that'll be great. And we're going to look at Mr. Fulton Miraz's channel right now. Forgive me, I lost track of what I was saying earlier, but that's okay. We'll have a look. If anybody has any questions as to anything that I was explaining, then just please ask, and I'll go back to it or continue. Mr. Fulton Miraz is a channel that is extremely supportive of us, always shares us, and oh, here we go, a special song for Kevin. But this must be for, 5 days ago. Okay, maybe that's not for me. Did you, let's see what you've done here. You put a, or is that what you're talking about, Mr. Fulton Miraz? Is this the video that you're talking about? That Mr. Fulton Miraz sings on his videos, and then was mentioning that he did a video for Kristen's birthday. He may have sang happy birthday to Kristen. So we're going to have to watch that at some point. I can't watch while I live stream. I'm going to add this to my save watch to watch later and see if this is my this is what you were talking about. So Nenya Chica, deleting a live stream, it doesn't affect your channel growth, but it does, you lose the hours apparently. So you may not get credit for any of the hours or views that were on that live stream at the time. Oh, okay. And the one with the graduation? Is this it? The back to school for college? Yeah. I'm going to add this into my watch later too. I'm going to watch those after the live stream today within the next couple of days. But I appreciate that, Mr. Fulton Miraz. He has he always shares for a lot of people on his community tab, which is very generous. And yes, he's shared us right there. He shares for other creators all the time. So Mr. Fulton Miraz is a generous creator that shares for other people and is always here with us in Tuber Chat and our live streams. Okay, so I'm going to spin the wheel, and then I'm going to think about adding some more names to the wheel as well. Cakes, Coffee, and Convo. I accidentally had you on the wheel twice. I just took it off, but there you go. So we get a chance to have a look at what you've got going on for us. Second most recent upload, and let you know my thoughts. Okay, I'm just going to take care of that right this second. I just added it to my watch later list, so I'll go through it afterwards. So this is Cakes Coffee and Convo, who's been back with us at least a couple of times here at Tuber Chat. Is just in the beginning of their channel with 44 subscribers, but if there's any luck, hopefully you're still here right now, we can get you up to the 50 that you must have on your mind. Thank you very much, Mr. Fulton Mraz, for all your kind words. I really, so not that it matters, but I'll give you a little bit of small history on myself. So I've been on the internet since 1990, whatever it was, early. Had high speed probably in 1995, 96, somewhere around there. I've always been a marketing guy. I develop websites. I'm an app developer and stuff like this. I just have a couple of very simple games on the App Store and stuff like that. But marketing is my thing. So when YouTube came around, it makes sense because I enjoy social networks like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. I know they have their bad points, but I enjoy the positives. So when I saw YouTube, I mean, YouTube's been around for a long, long time, and I only got on it about 4 years ago, something like that, 3 or 4 years ago. And I started managing channels for other people. Oh, Brainerd, I thought I took care of you. Brainerd is very aggressive. I've seen that person come through many different live streams and is definitely not interested in the kind of things we're doing when I talk about building quality connections. So that's taken care of now, hopefully, unless they come in with a second account now. Anyway, so I've always been involved in marketing. So when it came to YouTube, I knew that it was something that could probably be decent at. I started managing channels for other people several years ago, started working on my own channels after that. And I really enjoy hanging out with, I don't want to say smaller creators because it's not the right way to put it, but content creators with, let's say, less than 10,000 subscribers. Because you're getting a real look at, first of all, different things that they have to say, the opinions which changed in different parts of the world. We'll be able to see where different people live and look through a lens at their lives and stuff like that, and I really enjoy that. D Turner Gaming, thanks for hanging out. Jerry Talks, it's good to see you again. So when it comes to YouTube, I just love all this stuff and enjoy helping in any way that I can for other people to grow, because we can all grow together. And if monetization and making money and turning your channel into a business or something that's in your on your radar for the future, there's enough for everybody. There's enough for all of us. And the thing I love about YouTube is it's not competition. People can subscribe to you and subscribe to me, and we don't take away subscribers from each other. We actually just expand the community, which is great. And we see it all the time. So King is best. Cool to see you hooking up with different people. Samsy World, thanks for coming in. YRK Lou, thanks for coming in again. It's good to see you back. And I'll just I'll spin the wheel again, and then I'll add some names. I know I keep saying I can add some names to the wheel. I'll add some names now. Lewindon Gaming. Let's just see if you're still here. Yep. Get you up on the screen. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. You did come back in, right? I think I saw you. Yes, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder. You actually came up on the wheel, and I skipped over you just because what I kind of do as a little bit of a rule is that when I spin the wheel, if you're still here, I put your channel up, but I'm just going to put you up next anyway, and then I'll worry about the wheel afterwards because you have been here. I understand that some people step away for a few minutes and this and that, and that's fine. We're always focused on channels that are very aggressively growing and introducing themselves to new people and things like this. Shell Miller, I don't think we put you on the screen yet. Are you still here? Yep. Let me get you on the wheel right now. And then I don't think we've had your channel up. For some reason, I thought we talked about you, but maybe not as much as I thought. Oh, the Hoops Family Network. I didn't even see you come in. I'm so sorry. Hoops Family Network is inspirational to the creation of everything we're doing with Tuber Chat. Oh, class. Oh, Callus. Is it Cali Fitspiration or Callus Fitspiration? I hope that's I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'd love to feature you properly when you're here. You found us on Instagram, so that's great. I'm happy that you're here. This is not a sub for sub network, but what we do is introduce creators to each other, and therefore you can gain quality connections, the kind of loyal and dedicated supporters who are going to come back, watch your videos, give you views, likes, comments, and all the things we need as YouTubers, so that you can have relationships that will carry you hopefully for weeks, months, and eventually years, and we can all grow together and build our channels on a solid and strong foundation. And so hopefully you're going to introduce yourself and meet a lot of people here in Tuber Chat and start growing your channel aggressively. The way that we do that here is you visit a channel one by one. You take your time with it. Anybody in the chat, we're all here for the same thing. And you watch a short video in full. It must be at least a minute long. Then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video, which should be at least a couple of sentences so that it doesn't get caught by the YouTube spam filter. Something meaningful so that you get noticed. And then give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoyed their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. And then come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to the creator's name. And that lets them know that you've connected to them. And then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. And in that way, you make sure that the connection sticks. So hopefully you'll find some success with that. Michael Anchor's Music, thanks for coming in. Yeah, hopefully you find some success here. Like I said, it's not a sub for sub network. While we are making collaborations and arrangements, we also want to help you with watch time if you need it. We want to see everybody grow and work towards monetization if that's on your radar, and have basically connections that turn into relationships, people who are actually going to support you. If you can spend a bit of time with us and you hear me talk about some of the channels that come through here, you'll find creators that have come back again and again, or people that have connected to me personally who are aggressively growing and building real relationships and dedicated and loyal connections where they are coming back and helping each other grow both inside and outside of the live streams. You found us on Instagram. We're also on Twitter and Facebook. We're adding more social networks. We have a subreddit dedicated to us. We have a thread there where people can arrange playlists. We really want to help everybody maximize their impact while we're here. Thank you, Us Never Them, for coming back in. So the Hoop Family Network I added. Baking with Charlene is already there. Yazid Simone. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Yes, let's spin the wheel. Basically, the way that the wheel works, this is just a free thing from wheelofnames.com. Anybody can use it. I found it in another live stream and decided to start using it here. And so what I do is once you've been in the Tuber Chat live stream for, let's say, 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that, and you're connecting with people and making quality connections, connecting the right way and this and that, then you get added to the wheel. I'll spin the wheel, which randomly selects channels. And if you're still here when your name comes up, then I put your channel on the screen and we talk about it for a few minutes. As well, while you're here, if you have questions and things like that, I happen to be a professional channel manager. I manage a few channels. I've got a couple million views anyway. But I continue to learn from creators of all sizes every single day. And we talk about ideas here in Tuber Chat. We talk about things that people have done that have worked, things that people have experienced that are not so great and stuff like that, so that we can share information. And the object is not for me to tell you what I think you should do. The object is for me to add to the knowledge you already have and the things you're going to continue to learn so that you can make the right decisions for your own channel. I did promise earlier that I was going to tell everybody a bit of a horrible story, so I'll tell you what happened with one of the channels that I manage. It's the biggest one now, but in the very beginning, the owner of that channel started doing a bunch of sub for sub stuff against my advisement. However, what happened is when that channel got monetized, they were put under investigation by YouTube, and they were denied monetization for a couple of months while this investigation went on. So right at the point where they should have been making money, they had to delay for 2 months. And I did pretty well after that, and the channel's doing fantastic now, but they did lose 2 months of income. And this is the kind of thing that can happen from simple sub for sub activity, and this is why we don't do it here, and this is why we advise against it. But I just wanted to tell you all that story because, you know, it's something that can haunt everybody. If you're building YouTube and you're planning to be here for the long term, and you really want to turn this into an income stream or a business or get something else out of your YouTube experience and audience, then we want to be able to help you with that in any way that we can. Everyday Life with Kelly Girls, thank you for letting us run while you're doing dishes and things like that. All that stuff helps with people's watch time as well, especially when you're active. So when people run live streams for people, and we all like to do it as favors, you might hop in on somebody's live stream, have to leave and just let it run. That's fine. But after a certain time, YouTube stops giving the creator credit. So where possible, if you're visiting a creator and you want to support them, even if you can't watch a live stream and you have to just let it run, you want to make sure you're active from time to time. Just drop in a message here and there, even a thumbs up or something. And that just makes sure that the YouTube algorithm knows that you're actually there, involved in the live stream, and the creator will get the right watch time for it. So King is best. Basically what I do is I wait until somebody's been in here for about 20 minutes or so, maybe half an hour, connecting with people, which I see that you are, so that's okay. After you've been here for a while and connecting with people the right way and this and that, then I add your name to the wheel. When your name comes up, then I spin the wheel. And if you're still here, then I add you up onto the screen. So because you have been here for a while, I'm going to add you right now. But this is basically the way that we do it. So for Shell Miller, this is a new connection for Tuber Chat. This may be your first time in our live stream. So I cannot watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take probably your latest video. I just have to look at it for a second to make sure you've got comments on. And yes, you do. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is add your latest video here into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream, okay, King is best, like I just added you. Not going to, self-promotion is against YouTube's terms of service and against the community guidelines. So you cannot promote yourself within chats like this. You're really not supposed to do it anywhere on YouTube, but especially not in growth streams like this. So I've timed you out for now, and you're going to have to decide if Tuber Chat is something that you want to have patience with and you want to make quality connections, because I can't help you if you're going to self-promote. We don't ask or demand that people watch our channels or support us or put us on the screen or any of that stuff. So forgive my sternness, but I'm here to protect, first of all, the chat and everybody else in it. We want quality connections and people who are going to come back and watch your videos over and over. It's very important. So pardon me for one second. I'm just wondering if I have any kind of a technical difficulty. Is everything cool with the stream? Everybody can still see me, and we've got Shell Miller on the screen. I just wonder, we had some internet trouble yesterday, and I'm wondering if we've got a bit of trouble. If you guys don't mind, just a few people let me know in the chat if everything looks fine or sounds fine. I've got Shell Miller's channel on the thing. Okay, thank you guys very much for letting me know. We had some technical difficulty with our internet yesterday, not on Tuber Chat, but I tried doing a live stream on my personal channel, and it was just a disaster. I've never seen anything like it. So thank you very much for all of you who've let me know. And again, I hope I pronounced this right. Is it Cali Fitspiration? And then Mr. Joshi, thanks as well. Just Living Life, thanks, very cool. Thanks very much. I'm sorry I didn't welcome you when you came in. I don't know how long you've been here. You slipped by me there, and then Us Never Them, thanks again. And Wanston, Kristen, Jerry, thank you for letting me know. So Shell Miller here, like I said, you're a new connection. So basically what I've done is I've added your latest video into my watch later list after the live stream today. Within the next day or two, it's called Fitspiration. Cali's Fitspiration. I hope I'm pronouncing that right now. Oh, calisthenics. Calis Fitspiration. Okay, there we go. I just want to feature you right when you're here. So I'd like to be as accurate as I can. So Shell Miller, I've got your latest video on my watch later list. After the live stream today, within the next couple of days, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch that video in full. I will leave you a meaningful comment related to the content of the video, at least a couple of sentences long. And then I will give you a thumbs up for sure, and I will subscribe to you, and in that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. We always want to make sure we're doing it the right way. Mommy and kids, it's good to see you back here again, so thank you very much. G-Free, you've been hanging out, I think, the whole time. Thank you very much for that. It's been once, then yes, Honey is a wonderful and dedicated supporter, not to mention one of our moderators now. So that's somebody you're going to want to connect with as well for anybody who hasn't already. Let's spin the wheel and see who's coming up next. The Dude Rocks. I am put him up anyway. Yes, he's still here. I was going to put him up anyway, though, because the Dude Rocks, I was saying earlier, I had a great time hanging out with him. Unfortunately, it's never as long as I wish, but I was in his live stream for 15, 20 minutes, something like that before I started live streaming here. And he has an unbelievably dynamic personality. I expect big, big things from this channel and this creator. So what he was doing, and again, I don't want to simplify it. I'd love it if you'd check him out and actually hang out on a live stream because it was so fun. But what he was doing, and I'm not describing it accurately, but he was doing like almost a karaoke type presentation. He talks about channels, he features channels, he allows people to connect, of course, in his live stream, and he promotes others. But as well, the main point, he has many different green screens that he uses to make the stream fun. And so he changes his scenery all the time. And then what he does is almost a karaoke type activity where he's got a song playing and he's singing along, but changing the words to make it a lot more fun than it otherwise would have been. And for at least a couple of the minutes that I was in there, he was making it very YouTube related. So it was kind of funny. But I'd love it if you'd connect with this creator. Dude Rocks has been back. The Dude Rocks has been back with us again and again here at Tuber Chat. So as a dedicated and loyal subscriber and supporter, somebody who is aggressively growing their channel and connecting the right way. This I know. So I hope you'll consider checking them out. When I follow a lot of creators that have not only come through Tuber Chat, but I've connected to in this community over the last several months with my personal channel, I really enjoy seeing all the different things that everybody's coming up with. It makes it so fun to watch. And I'm just, on YouTube all day checking everybody out. But I can't wait for the next chance that I have to spend some serious time hanging out with the Dude Rock. So I hope you guys will consider doing that as well. And so I will think about spinning the wheel again in another second. I just want to remind everybody here, let me drop a message from the, okay, King is best. I'm going to describe to you how I put names in the wheel. So do me a favor and just let me know that, again, you want to know how to put the names in the wheel so that I know that you're going to, I want you to be able to maximize your impact. I want your time with TuberChat to be valuable. I really want you to be able to benefit here. So let's just see what you have to say. And I'm just looking for a couple of other names for people who've been here for a while. Anybody that I might have skipped over. I certainly don't mean to. If anybody's been here a while and you feel like I've skipped over you, then please let me know. Don't be shy. Okay, I'm going to spin in one more second here. It's Fifi777. So King is best. I'm going to add you to the wheel right now. I know you've been here for a while, but when I was describing it a few minutes ago, you were still self-promoting. So as long as you don't do that, then you're fine. What I do is after you've been here for about half an hour or so, and you've been connecting with people the right way, and I know that you're making quality connections and this and that, I add you to the wheel. When I spin the wheel, if you're still here when your name comes up, then I add you onto the screen, and we have a look at your channel. But the truth of the matter is, I don't know if putting your channel on the screen really has that much of an impact anyway, because the whole reason why we name this thing TuberChat is because everything goes down in the chat. Me putting up your channel gives people a quick look at it, but hopefully they've already connected with you and are ready to start nurturing a relationship with you where you can have a dedicated and loyal relationship with these creators who are going to keep coming back, as you will, watching their videos and subscribing and, well, you've already subscribed, hopefully, and commenting and giving thumbs up and all the things we need as YouTubers so that we can all grow our channels together with a solid and strong foundation. So with Baking with Charlene, because this is a new connection for TuberChat, I cannot subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. So I'm going to take your latest video here, how to make cream cheese chocolate chip cookies, and I'm going to add this into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, over the next couple of days, I will go through the watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I will leave a meaningful comment related to the content of the video, at least a couple of sentences long, and then I will give you a thumbs up for sure, and I will subscribe to you, and then that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. So we always want to make sure we're doing it the right way. Rose Sadu, thanks for coming in again. Rose Sadu is another dynamic creator who is aggressively growing her channel. She's one of our moderators and somebody that you're going to want to connect with if you haven't already connected with her. We featured her last week, and we expect to have more collaborations with Rose coming up. She also does live streaming where she helps channels grow and connect with each other, similar to the way that we do here. She's been able to get her 1,000 subscribers within 27 days. So she's somebody who there's a lot to be learned from, and hopefully you'll check her out and see what she's all about. Lily Urick, thanks for coming in. I think you're a new connection for TuberChat. So if that's the case, forgive me for not remembering if you've been with us once before, but I'm happy that you're here now. And then what we do is we connect with everybody in the chat one by one. We take our time and you visit a channel like this here, Baking with Charlene. Watch a short video in full. It must be at least a minute long. Then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of sentences so that it doesn't get caught by the YouTube spam filters. And then you give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoyed their content, you subscribe to them. And we subscribe to everybody at TuberChat. And then you come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name, and that lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for your channel. So I'm going to put Rose up here. I always put our moderators up. because these are people who I want to make sure that you connect with and you know. And I should have known that. Every time I add a name to the bottom of the list, that ends up coming up. So let's look at Rose Sadu right now. And like I said, this is a let me like these. I can't like those messages. Okay, and sorry, just for our moderators. Okay, let me just send a message here. Forgive me while I just address my phone here. Yeah, no, that's okay. I don't. We only put links in the chat in this one if it's necessary. If we have a channel that we can't find or something like that, that often happens. But I set the bot stream elements to drop the links that we need. But for whatever reason, and I don't know why, I find that whenever we drop links in our chat, it starts to thin out the audience. You couldn't get me to even speculate on how that could be possible, but for some reason it is. It happens every time. So we just don't bother right now. We'll see what happens as time goes on. I changed my mind, and I changed things that happen with Tuber Chat because we're so young and growing right now. What I want for Tuber Chat is to become what everybody wants it to be, so that we can help everybody maximize their impact. So, of course, I'm always willing to take feedback and ideas and things like that, but we experiment all the time, so I expect things to change. But anyway, for everybody who, like I said, I know I just described Rose Sadu, but this is a channel that we featured last weekend. This is a dynamic creator who's been able to accomplish something the fastest I've seen. She hit 1,000 subscribers in 27 days, as we described. She's very knowledgeable already when it comes to everything YouTube, and she is generous enough to share her advice. So we have a couple of videos that she's got here, which is, you can see how well her videos perform. She's got her popular uploads here, but even if we look at the uploads, she's got this, she's posting so frequently. Where's your Amazon dupes video? Oh, it's not even on the front. Okay, maybe. See, she posts so often and streams all the time. Anyway, one of her videos here, the Amazon dupes video, she just put up 6 days ago, and it's already at 1,000 views. So that's an example, but she's also got, let's look at your uploads, because I just want to describe a couple things to people. So you've got 5 things I wish I knew before starting a YouTube channel, which is great. 5 tips on how to grow your YouTube channel was the one I was looking for. So this is a generous creator who's willing to share her knowledge with everybody as well. And so another reason why you're going to want to connect with her. And like I said, she also does live streams very often. It looks like every day, that also include the ability for everybody to connect similarly to the way that we're talking about connecting here. Okay, Lily Urich, thanks for coming in. Itihi, am I pronouncing that right? It's good to see you again. Thanks for coming in. I hope I pronounced that right. I just want to feature you properly when you're here. And then, like I keep saying, hopefully everybody's having a good time with it. You're introducing yourself to a lot of other creators. Don't be shy. We're all here for the same thing. So take your time and reach out to each creator one by one. The best way to get a connection is to go first. You visit their channel, watch a short video in full, It must be at least a minute long, and then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of the video. Should be at least a couple of sentences so that it doesn't get caught by the YouTube spam filters. And then as well, you give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoy their content, you subscribe to them. We subscribe to everybody at Tuber Chat. And then you come back into the chat here and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they can turn around and do the same thing for you. I'm just looking through my list here to see if I'm going to add any more channels to the wheel. The way that my list works, for those of you who haven't seen, this is Bottissimo. It's just one of these chat bots similar to Stream Elements that you see in the chat. Has a lot of features, including statistics, and it lets you know how long everybody's been in your chat, how active they've been, and stuff like that. You can think of it as a computerized way of marking down everything that happens in the chat at the same time. And so I'm able to look through that. Now, Mommy and Kids has been here for a little while, but I'm going to put you on the wheel. And this is how I select the channels that go on the wheel. And then when I spin the wheel, as long as you're still here, you get added onto the screen. So King is best. We're going to have a look at your channel right now. So I'm happy that you're here, and this is another channel with that same banner that we see all the time. So I wonder if this is another channel in the same network, or if this is a dedicated channel and you just happen to be using that banner because it's popular. So because you're a new connection for Tuber Chat, I can't subscribe or watch videos while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take your latest video here, and I'm going to add it into my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do, I'll just, yeah, and just be careful with the emojis if you don't mind, please. I'm supposed to have it locked to only have like 3 or less emojis, but just try to only use 1 or 2. I appreciate it and it's fine, but yeah, we just want to keep them to a minimum. In chats like this, in growth streams, too many emojis can be considered spam by the YouTube algorithm, so that's okay. So, like I said, I've added your latest video into my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do, I'm going to, Kristen, do you mind getting the link for G-Free? Please, I had trouble grabbing that in the beginning as well. It'll come up. If you have trouble, I'll get it. Sometimes when channels are newer or have popular names, then it's difficult to come up high in the search results, but over time, as your channel grows, it will get better and better. For now, Kristen's going to get the link for G-Free for Mommy and Kids so that you can have a look at her channel and connect properly. And then, so King is best. Sorry, I keep cutting off what I'm saying. I've added your video into my watch later list. What that's going to allow me to do is after the live stream today, within the next couple of days, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch your video in full. I will leave a meaningful comment related to the content of this top 5 video. And then I will give you a thumbs up for sure. And I will subscribe to you. And then that way I will make sure that the connection sticks. We always want to make sure that we're doing things the right way. And then I noticed that G-Free is letting Mommy and Kids know that she's left a message. So if you go through your comments, you'll also see that that should be there as well. That makes it easy for everybody to connect as well. So people like G-Free or Georgia Bulldogs that people have a little bit of trouble finding for now, it'll get better. But in the meantime, if you go first and leave a message, leave a comment for people and let them know you've done that, they'll be able to just click you from the comment section in their YouTube studio and get to you right away. But Kristen has dropped the link for G-Free just because that channel is a little bit difficult to find in the search. So if anybody wants to connect to G-Free, if you haven't already, Kristen just put the link there right now so you can just click that and get to her easily. G Free is a wonderful supporter. I've been connected to her personally for many months, but she also shares for other people. I have her added into our Twitter list of Tuber Chat stars, which are YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. So she's somebody you're going to want to be connected with. So I'll spin the wheel right now. Get mommy and kids up on the screen. There you go. And it's nice to see in the chat, you know, occasionally when people are making like real quality connections, you know, when you have to take an extra step to connect with somebody, that really speaks volumes about the creator, you know, behind the channel. And so it's nice to see when people are going, you know, kind of the extra mile to make sure that they're making these quality connections so that people will like do what we all keep talking about, which is coming back, giving the views, giving the comments, giving the thumbs up, and all the things we need as YouTubers as we grow our channels so that we can have a strong and solid foundation. So I'm just going to refresh over there. Working in multiple windows here, and then I just want to make sure. Yeah, I don't know what on earth that is. And then so I'm just looking through here to see if there's anybody here that I haven't already talked about. So Jerry Talks is somebody that I've been connected to for many, many months. And I'm happy that you're here right now. Just looking to see if there's anybody here who hasn't been on the thing. Here a while, so you're getting added. I wonder if the Hoops Family Network is still here. The Hoops Family Network is somebody who comes in and out constantly with, or I shouldn't say that, like, is with us all the time. Somebody that I've been connected with for many, many, many months, is inspirational in the creation of everything that we're doing here at Tuber Chat, and is usually with us for the duration of our live streams. Today is in and out, and that's okay. This is somebody, when I talk about the Hoops Family Network, there's somebody who I've been connected to for months and months and months, somebody who is responsible for introducing me to a lot of the people in the community who have been also inspirational, and basically responsible for the rapid growth of my personal channel, inspirational in the creation of Tuber Chat and everything that we're doing here. So that's somebody that you're going to want to connect to, but we'll have a look at their channel afterwards. And then Callous Fit Inspiration is a new connection for Tuber Chat. And I know you've been here a while, so you've heard me say this already, but I'm going to take one of your videos here and I'm going to add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, within the next couple of days, I will go through my watch later list and I will watch that video in full. And I will make sure that I leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. It'll be at least a couple of sentences long, of course. I will give you a thumbs up and I will subscribe to you. And then that way I'll make sure that the connection sticks. And then hopefully you've had a good time here at Tuber Chat. You're subscribed to us and you have the bell notification on so you don't miss our next live streams. We'll be back tomorrow and Monday again at the same time. Oh, us, never them. Let's make sure we get you in here as well. So the Hoops Family Network, I'll pull off the wheel. Jerry Talks, like I said, is a dynamic creator who is very much liked and well respected in our community. Somebody I've been connected to for many, many months. Was introduced me through the community of the Hoops Family Network and Cooking with Q and more and others. Jerry Talks is a new connection for the Tuber Chat channel, though. So what I'm going to do, the same thing that I was just talking about, is I will take one of your videos here and I will add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list. I will watch your video in full and then leave a meaningful comment related to the content of this video. I see it's your new posting schedule. And then I will give you a thumbs up and subscribe. And in that way, I'll make sure the connection sticks. I know we're already connected on my personal channel, so I appreciate you coming here and checking out what Tuber Chat is all about as well. And for anybody that does want to connect with me personally, I'll leave my personal channel here in the chat with a simple message. And if you want to connect with me, I'll be sure to come back and do that afterwards as well. If you want to make playlist arrangements with anybody in the chat to gain watch hours, then just let everybody know you're willing to run playlists, and then they will reach back out to you and you can make your arrangements there. We also have a subreddit and a thread within that subreddit now dedicated to swapping playlists. And then as well, if you want to make connections, make arrangements for playlist swapping with me, all of our moderators do it, as well as I do it myself as well. And you can reach me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'm happy to make arrangements like that. Us, never them. It's always good to see you back in the house. I know Kristen and yourself watch each other's videos. This is a dedicated and loyal supporter who continues to come back and nurture relationships. They've watched my personal stuff as well as here at Tuber Chat. They're with us active all the time. They were with us the other day when they crossed their 1,000 subscribers. And we were so happy to have that happen for them. It's a milestone that everybody looks forward to. And this is the kind of creator that I talk about when we talk about building quality connections and a strong and solid foundation for your channel. Somebody who's going to come back over the next days, weeks, months, and hopefully years to continue to watch your videos, continue to comment, continue to give you thumbs up, and all the things we need as YouTubers as we grow our channels. So I'm going to wrap up the live stream for now. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. It's been over 2 hours. And Mr. Fulton Mraz has got us on Instagram now. So thank you very much. I see that notification coming in. I'm glad we're connected. And then I'll just remind everybody to get the most out of everything that we're doing at Tuber Chat. I hope you'll consider signing up for the email list at tuberchat.com. I'll pull it up now. It's very simple. You just put your email address in. It's me that's going to be emailing you, and shortly I will start sending emails probably once a week, maybe not quite that often. And then you put your email address in, it will send you a confirmation, and then I will start sending emails regularly soon. I'm also looking for creators to feature across all of our social networks, and I'm going to be picking out of that email list. It allows me to let you know everything that we're doing at Tuber Chat as we're doing it, so that you can maximize your impact even while we're not live streaming. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Reddit. We'll be adding more social networks as time goes on, and I appreciate all the time that everybody has spent with us here today. We'll be back tomorrow and Monday at the same time, so hopefully you're subscribed and you've got those bell notifications on. And then thank you again. As we grow and we follow more people, it becomes harder and harder to spend any time with as many creators as you wish you could. So I appreciate every moment that you've spent with us here at Tuber Chat and all the time that you spend with me personally as well. So thank you very much. Oh, let me send us, if you want to continue connecting with everybody. I hate when I forget that. Know It Your Boy Leo is going live shortly. Let me see. Is Leo live already? We'll hang out for another few minutes. I'm not gonna stop the live stream just yet. Is Leo setting up the live right now? It's me, Wanston. Yes, honey. If everybody wants to continue to hang out, just continue to connect with each other. If you have any questions for me, I'll hang out for a little while and we'll answer those questions. We can do anything technical that you want, anything YouTube related, let's say, or social network related. And then Patty Marshall, thanks for coming in. I didn't mean to drop. I wasn't thinking about that. And what we'll do, we'll wait another minute and we'll see if Leo's going to set up a live stream. He's going to be live streaming any minute with probably with It's Me, Wanston, Yes, Honey. And this is going to be another live stream, a dedicated and loyal supporter to Tuber Chat, first of all, as well as a lot of familiar faces you're going to see in their featured channels list. But you're going to be able to continue connecting. So if you want to continue to grow your channel and make quality connections, Leo and Wanston have a fantastic community around them. So you're going to be able to connect with more people there. And like I said, I did say I was going to wrap up the live stream, but we'll keep it going for a little while longer to see what's going to happen with Leo here, if we can raid. There it is. Okay. Yeah, I should have known that already. So let me get this link for everybody. Oh, my page doesn't want to work. Let me get the link and I'll drop it in the chat here for everybody. And then this is going to be the next live stream. So you can head over there right now and continue to connect with everybody. So I'm leaving these messages from the Tuber Chat channel. So go ahead and click that link, everybody. And thank you for joining me here. I'll just see if nobody has any questions for me. That's fine. And then if you want, head over to Yo, It's Your Boy Leo there and continue to connect with everybody. Him and It's Me, Wanston, Yes, Honey have a dynamic community and a great presence on their live stream, and they will speak always positive and optimistic type of messages while they live stream, and you can continue to connect over there. And then hopefully you're subscribed, you've got the bell on. We'll be back tomorrow and Monday. Mr. Joshi, yes, let's connect, and then hopefully we can hook up tomorrow with no problems. And for everybody else, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.